Brandon, you brought Maverick, as always, who's a wonderful guest, a wonderful friend, and a wonderful employee of BHC. Welcome back to Listens Live.
Appreciate it. Yeah, people say he's a good woofer.
Well, I would say he's been here a bunch, and I just heard him voice anything for there he is now. I think Adam, our floor director, I think just something about him that Maverick just senses about him. But enough about Maverick. We got to talk about BHC. So many different services that you provide. One of the things that you're talking about today and you're experiencing in your day-to-day work is ice damming. What is that, and why was it so heavy this winter, and how can that affect someone's home and the work that you guys do?
Yeah, it's a great question. So. Yeah, we definitely saw a big uptick in ice damming this winter. In fact, we had so many people calling us because they had leaks happening. And we don't get it that often, maybe once every 5 or 10 years. But usually what causes it is a mixture of bad insulation or ventilation in the attic, and also not having what's called ice and water dam or ice and water shield. Unfortunately, our code doesn't require it. But we definitely want to install it. So if you were experiencing ice damming, we can come take a look and see if you have ice and water. If you don't have it, it's okay. We can actually put it on your roof.
So what is that? What does that mean?
What is ice and water?
What is ice damming? What is the ice and dam guard or whatever?
Yeah, so it's a little bit tough to explain. However, what happens is as the snow from your roof is starting to melt, it hits the part of your roof that is not ventilated, and so it's actually acclimated to the outside temperature. So your roof might be 34 degrees and it's melting, and it hits a 30-degree wall, and it continues to build up, and it creates a dam. And then what happens is now you have 3 or 4 shingles underwater. And so although it's supposed to shed water as it goes down, it actually gets underneath the shingle and drips through. That's what ice damming.
And that could be a huge problem, inside the house once that happens. So how can you help? How can somebody come in, give you a call? You can come look and inspect and see what that looks like. What does that whole process look like from your end, but also someone that's calling you their end?
Sure. It's a free inspection. So just give us a call. As you can see the numbers on the screen there, or you can send us an email, visit our website and schedule an inspection. But we'll come out and do a free inspection. We'll take a bunch of photos, show you the report, and after the report is shown, propose a solution.
So what if someone is fighting an insurance claim? They've had some work done already. They need some more work done. One thing that we've talked about in the past is you want to be the most ethical contractor that you can be. You want to be someone that every person that gives you a call can trust to have their best interest in mind. Why is it so important to have someone who deals with that stuff regularly, who you can guarantee is on your side? Why is that something that makes it easier for people to work with you and get the results that they desire?
Well, because we play by the rules, and all we do is we ask insurance to do the same thing. Or actually, we help the customer educate themselves to ask the insurance company to do the same thing. So if the insurance company is only paying for a small repair, or if you think that they should be covering more, call one of us out. We'll take a look at your roof and give you an honest assessment. And if we think that insurance should be covering things that are not according to code or standards or manufacturer's regulations, we'll give you that information in order to help push back for the insurance company to get a full approval.
I know storms this time of year are rampant, and the weather team is literally in the room over talking about the weather that could be coming very quickly. So for that kind of stuff, when you see the temperature drop, you see that season change, how important is it to get ahead of those things, but also that if something, God forbid, were to happen, that you're there to be able to help them after the fact?
It's really tough to get ahead of a storm because storms don't always hit the same spot every year. The best thing to do in this case, take a picture of the screen, write down our phone number, have any roofer who knows what they're doing, have that number on hand. That way when a storm does hit, call us out first. Let us take a look at it first, because we'll give you an honest assessment whether or not to file a claim. Because sometimes people will file a claim and it adversely affects them. If we take a look at it and say, look, you actually have no damage, don't call insurance, it actually saves them money too.
Yeah, BHC-roofs.com, the number there, 502-755-7204. Give Maverick and Brandon a call, and they'll be sure to help you and get your home to the point that you're happy with it and it's also functioning the way that it's supposed to function. He just had his legs crossed. He looked like he was just so professional here. So what other projects are you able to help people on? I know we've talked about deck projects in the past. What are some of those things, decks included, that someone else could take advantage of by calling that number on the screen?
So right now we're actively doing, we're getting a lot of phone calls for deck inspections. Everybody's ramping up to get ready for springtime. They want to, watch baseball on their back deck. But usually that's when they find problems. They find broken deck boards, or they find structural problems. We can get ahead of that by identifying those problems and, again, proposing a solution, and that's also a free inspection.
What is the free inspection? Because you hear that sometimes and you're like, I don't know. I mean, free doesn't really sound right, but that's ultimately, it's something that could save you money because you're coming out there, you're not trying to upsell anything, you're just trying to find out if they need that work done at all.
Yeah, a lot of times we give them an estimate and they don't move forward with a project for a year, but we want to give them the information they have so they can discuss it with their loved ones and their family to see if it's the right project for them, if it's a full replacement or even if it's just regular decking repairs.
And you're confident that the price that you're going to give them is not something that they're going to find really anywhere else, because you're also getting that at a price that is worth it, but you're getting the experience and the ethics behind BHC, which adds so much to that as well, which is why you're able to go in there, give that free inspection, and walk away knowing that we're offering everything that we can.
Nobody beats our prices.
So for you, we got 30 seconds here. Tell somebody why, again, they should visit bhc-roofs.com.
Well, I'm just going to read a quick review, if you don't mind. Hopefully it takes less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you pull it up, we could do that. But obviously, the number on the screen as well, the website, and here's what it says.
So it said, BHC came to my house to assess my roof, was honest, and was not pushy with me. They took pictures, showed my roof condition. I would work with them on future projects as needed. So as you can see here, they didn't need a roof, and we didn't push them to do it.
Yeah, love that, because there are companies that would do the opposite. Thank you so much for joining us again here today on Listens Live. BHC Roofing and Siding. Give them a call. Visit their website.